following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live. It's time for the Chieftains on your new home for Tonganoxie High School Athletics. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by It's time for the Chieftains, right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Hey, good Saturday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fort Scott High School, Fort Scott, Kansas, the LaRoche Baseball Complex here for the Adam LaRoche Varsity Baseball Tournament Championship between the Tonganoxie Chieftains and the Pittsburg Purple Dragons. BJ Harris along with you, alongside me Jess Murphy, as we settle in for this 7-inning matchup between the Purple Dragons and your Chieftains. Chieftains advancing to this championship game through this pool play tournament that began on Thursday, went Thursday, Friday, and today. Thursday's pool number 1, Friday pool number 2. Chieftains win pool number 1. With that matchup they got a beat actually in the first game of pool play 4-6 against the host Fort Scott Tigers, but came back to get a win over Blue Valley North 6-4. And I'm going to say due to tiebreak stuff, because Fort Scott went on to lose to Blue Valley North 4-12, and that spelled doom for them after getting the win over Tonganoxie. So Tongi advances to the championship against Pittsburg High. Pittsburg High winning in their first game over Carl Junction 23-8, and then beating Ottawa yesterday in that final game 5-2 to advance to this championship game. Should be a pretty good one. Evenly matched. The Purple Dragons are 5A. The Tonganoxie Chieftains are 4A. But Tongi removed just from a state title run a year ago where they got to that championship game in the 4A title. Should be a pretty good one as we bring in Jess Murphy here. And Murph, first, thanks for coming in on Saturday to do a little baseball for us for Tonganoxie. But you probably know more of the Pittsburg kids being from Southeast Kansas. But baseball upon us, and what a great night and a great facility here to do it.
Yeah, beautiful day. LaRoche Field, Dave Reagan Stadium. Here's a turf infield, natural grass outfield. And you're right, as we talk about it on the Girard broadcast, where I'm pretty familiar with, but the Pittsburgh, the names are the same, just the faces change, BJ.
Well, it should be good. The Chieftains wanting to get a win here continue. The Chieftains coming into this matchup off to a really good start for 2023, just getting the one loss on the season as they come in here with a 5-1 record. Again, that one loss was to Fort Scott, 4-6. Other than that, they've pretty much taken care of business. A real close 1-0 win against Spring Hill last week, but they've beaten Jeff West 8-7 and 12-3 in their first doubleheader of the season. And then, like I said, picked up that win yesterday, 6-4 against Overland Park. Going through the starting lineups here inside the stadium. We'll take our first break. We'll come back. First pitch right around the corner on your home for Tonganoxie High School Athletics, Tonganoxie Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at S&SAutoandBody.com or call 913-369-3193.
From its native roots to the bustling community it is today, Tonganoxie's past is as unique as its future. With small-town charm and big city amenities, Tonganoxie is the ideal place to grow a business and grow a family. Just 20 minutes from both Lawrence and Kansas City, Tonganoxie is perfectly positioned. Take an afternoon and come explore Tonganoxie. To learn more, go to tonganoxie.org.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Well, we had our first baby.
It is beautiful or handsome.
Oh, it's a boy.
We're interested in life insurance.
And we bought a bigger car.
Yeah.
Bigger car. Here is your plan. Goodbye.
When protecting your future, count on a human. Only a Farm Bureau Financial Services agent will sit down with you for a super check and together create a plan that works for you. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Welcome back out here, Dave Reagan Stadium, Adam LaRoche Baseball Complex, Fort Scott, Kansas. BJ Harris, Jess Murphy as the Chieftains take the field here in this championship matchup against the Pittsburg Purple Dragons. You are in the midst of the White Birch Real Estate pregame show. Excuse me, the S&S Body Shop pregame show. Since 1972, S&S Body Shop has been the place to go in Tongi for auto body and repair work. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsAutobody.com or call 913-369-3193. That's 3193. And of course, Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance. At Kansas Insurance, you'll find personalized coverage designed for you. As an agency, they believe in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client. To see how Kansas Insurance can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. Starting pitcher for the Chieftains today, number 23. Starters for this one here today. First up for the Purple Dragons. And batting order, it'll be batting first, number 1, Trevor McGraw, a shortstop. Number 15, Logan Wake, a catcher. This is actually for Tonganoxie. Number 24, Taylon Langford, a third baseman. Number 25, Luke Kessinger, the designated hitter. Number 13, Rocco Gehring, a first baseman. Batting sixth is Brock Gibbs, the second baseman. Ethan Welsh is the right fielder. Number 23, Alex Crowley will be on the hill here. He's out there warming up as we speak. Getting ready to go for this one. Number 5, Brandon Bailey. Brandon Bailey will be the center fielder. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Chieftains is Zekium Glover, the left fielder. Leading off for Pittsburg High will be Dawson Stegman, the center fielder. The catcher is Tucker Akins. Right fielder is Webb Fern. First baseman is Jackson Turnbull. Pitcher today for the Purple Dragons will be Bo Pasteur. Third baseman's Quentin Fears. Designated hitter will be Garrett Hansen. Shortstop's Grant O'Doherty. The second baseman's Ethan Rhodes. And the left fielder will be Cruz Lopez. At the plate right now for the Purple Dragons, Dawson Stegman. As Stegman steps in there, he'll bounce one to the shortstop, over to first. And they'll get him. It was thought about for a second, home plate, and the base official talk it out. And one away as a ground out for Stegman to lead off for the Purple Dragons. Pretty close one there. Lead things off, Murphy.
Yeah, it kind of hit a high hopper off this turf, and the shortstop had to kind of just wait back and play it on that high hop, and Stegman legging it down the first base line makes a close play out of it.
Brings up the catcher, number 26, Tucker Akins. And a first pitch strike delivered from Crowley. First pitch number 2 just going to miss inside, ball 1. 1-1 the count for Akins. Tongi loses in their first game of this pool play tournament to Fort Scott 6-4. Here's a good hit left field, high, coming in, charging in, and he'll be over to make that play is the left fielders Zeke Glover. And 2 away.
Looks like the flags are blowing right into the batter's faces here, BJ. It's going to take some shots to get it to go out today.
I've done a few games here, and it seems to be the case here. This is a tough place to knock one out, I think. And 390 to dead center. And a first pitch strike to the number 3 hitter, Webb Fern, the right fielder. Crowley seems to be settling in pretty easily here to begin things for the Chieftains. Another one right past Fern. Strike 2.
Something off speed right there. Looked like curveball, slide piece, something.
The 0-2 pitch to Fern. Right down the middle, struck him out. 3 up, 3 down for the Chieftains. And a good outing so far for Crowley. We head to the bottom of the first inning. 0-0 here from Fort Scott. The Chieftains and the Purple Dragons today on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Back out here, Fort Scott, Kansas. BJ Harris, Jess Murphy. Purple Dragons take the field. Tonganoxie getting ready to go to the plate for their first attempt here in the bottom of the first inning. No score thus far in this one as the 3 up, 3 down for the Purple Dragons to lead things off. Leading up for the Chieftains, it'll be the shortstop, Trevor McGraw, catcher Logan Wake, and the third baseman, Talon Langford, will be the 1-2-3 to begin things for the Chieftains here in the bottom of the first inning. Adam LaRoche Varsity High School Baseball Tournament Championship here from Fort Scott, Dave Reagan Stadium on a gorgeous sunsplash day here in southeast Kansas. First pitch strike. Leading things off is Bo Pasteur on the hill for the Purple Dragons. First pitch strike to McGraw. This one hit over to second. Easy over to first, and one away.
catcher, number 15, Logan Wake.
Both pitchers seem to be off to a good start, albeit Pasteur just facing the one batter, but defense has been there for both teams in the early going of this one. First pitch blowing away, ball one. For the number 2 hitter, the catcher, Logan Wake. Good pitch, strike 2. Wind is blowing in. You can hear that in our microphones just a little bit as it kind of blowing in and across the field from right field to left field. High ball 2. 2-1 the count for Wake. Your best bet would probably be to get one over that left field fence with a little bit of help from the wind, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll take it. It's been up and down weather-wise. Spring's here, all trying to get some games in the early going of things. These new fields with some turf on the inside certainly lets us play a few more games. And a 5-pitch walk there will put the first base runner of the game on the plate. Logan Wake will walk over to first, and that'll bring up Taylor Lankford, the third baseman. In around the horn for the Purple Dragons, center fielder Stegman, catchers Akins, right fielders Webb Fern, first baseman Jackson Turnbull. Pasteur's on the hill for the Purple Dragons. Quentin Fears plays third. Garrett Hansen's the designated hitter. Grant O'Doherty, the shortstop. Ethan Rhodes, second baseman. And Cruz Lopez, the left fielder for Pittsburgh. That's who's out there right now. High inside and ball 2.
And high school pitching rules, BJ, playing this many games this in a row here, they're both teams probably down to their second or third pitcher.
Yeah, Pittsburgh advanced a little easier, I believe, into this championship game. That plays a factor in things. Whereas Tongi probably used up a little bit in that 6-4 loss to Fort Scott, and then went or 4-6 loss, and then won 6-4 to Blue Valley North as runner moves over to second base, and Wake will still second. 1 on, nobody out. Or 1 out, rather, for Langford. And he'll walk. Now 2 on with 1 out.
Yeah, back-to-back walks there for Pasteur. Just maybe overthrowing. Looks like he's...
25, Luke Kessinger.
But to get to the heart of this Tonganoxie order, he's going to have to settle down here.
Luke Kessinger will step into the box here. Nice little wiggle on that one as slides in there for a strike. 0-1 the count for Kessinger. Kessinger looks to be the guy who, if anybody can get it out of here, it might be this dude. The 0-1. Low and away ball 1. 1-1 the count for Kessinger. Runners at first and second, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Bo Pasteur to deliver. Jammed him inside, fouled away just to protect himself. Strike 2. Yeah, it starts to be a bit of a war of attrition. You see that. It's a good example, playing these tournaments. I was talking to Coach De La Torre here a little bit, and these mid-season tournaments like this in spring don't happen that often. I think it's a pretty good model, actually, to see what you got in your team, because when you get to that state tournament, then I've complained about that last year when we were on the air with the 3A state tournament, that it's not a very good example of how good a team is, because it's more about how deep a team is.
How deep a pitching staff is.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that's a great evaluation of just missed outside ball.
Full count.
Full count here for Kessinger. Pasteur trying to make him work for it a little bit with those runners on. Rocco Gehring in the hole. Just missed outside again. He's not far off on those pitches, but 3 straight walks for Pasteur. And that will bring up Rocco Gehring.
First baseman number 13, Rocco Gehring.
And a quick timeout going to be called here for the Purple Dragons just to chat about this one. Runner on first, and a runner's on second, and a runner on third. We're all loaded up here as a quick pitching chat. We'll take a quick break. We're back after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. Participating in community recreation is not only fun, but also healthy and educational. The Tonganoxie Rec Commission encourages all ages and abilities to participate in recreational activities. That's why they're continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie. To see the latest sports and program offerings and to get signed up, visit them at tongirec.org or call 913-845-3502.
Rocco Gehring will step in here after the quick chat at the mound for bases loaded with one out. Here in the bottom of the first inning, a chance to blow this one open over to third, and they will get the play at the plate. Nice job there by the third baseman to come up and grab that one and get the lead runner. Fielder's choice will give them their second out. Boy, if you can get out of this, if you're Pasteur and you can get out of this jam, Tonganoxie would hate to leave these three runners on here early going. You get a good lead. 2 outs, 3 on for the number 5 hitter, the second baseman, Brock Gibbs. And he'll rip one into the gap. I think it's going to make it over there. He's able to make the play. The right fielder does just that. And that ends the inning. 3 stranded for the Purple Dragons. We go to the second inning, still at zeros. When we return right after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live, presented by Kansas Insurance.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called LAD. LAD Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. LAD is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit ladserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called LAD.
Midwest Chiropractic Center in Tonganoxie is ready to get you back to being the active, energetic person you want to be. Midwest Chiropractic offers a friendly and caring environment with the most comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Dr. Robert Shook and Dr. Daniel Haug at Midwest Chiropractic Center care about your health, and their approach to care proves it. To schedule your appointment, call 913-369-0022 or visit them at mwchiropractic.com.
Crowley goes back on the hill for the Chieftains. Up for the Purple Dragons is Jackson Turnbull. First pitch, catch the outside edge, strike 1 to Turnbull. It'll be Turnbull, the pitcher Beau Pasteur, and the third baseman Quentin Fears. 1, 2, 3 for the Purple Dragons to begin this second inning. Tongi strands 3 in that first inning. See if they can overcome that. May not get another opportunity like that in this ball game. Here's Turnbull. He'll foul one back out of play. Strike 2. The 0-2 to Turnbull. Just missed high. Turnbull 6'5", got a big frame. You're going to have to keep balls and strikes. I can't keep track of it without him out here.
Full count.
Just missed outside again, full count. 3-2 the count for Turnbull. Leadoff hitter in the second inning. Swing and a miss. Got him, did Crowley. Crowley seems to have the pitch that he needs when he needs it so far here in this one. It's his second strikeout of the game.
I don't know if that was some sort of changeup. Looked like he had him out in front of that pitch and just got him to swing right through it.
Brings up the pitcher, Beau Pasteur. He'll hit one into right field. Over to make the play is the right fielder. And 2 away. Ethan Welsh over to carry that one for the Chieftains.
Baseman number 37, Quentin Fears.
That'll bring up the third baseman, Quentin Fears, for Pittsburg High. A little behind that one, fouled away, strike one for Fears. A 1 count for Fears. That one stays high, ball 1-1-1. It's Field's turf on the infield all the way to the outfield, and then hits grass out there. This is the worst time of the year for that, until that green grass greens up and you can't really tell the difference. Strike 2, 1-2 the count for Fears. This one ripped right down the middle, and it'll squeeze through. Fears will get on a 2-out single. For Fears, so 1 on with 2 outs for Garrett Hansen, the designated hitter. First hit of the game for Pittsburg High here in this second inning. High ball 1 for Hansen.
This is the first time we've seen Crowley throw from the stretch without the full windup, so sometimes that's advantage hitter.
This one foul back. Strike 1, 1-1 the count for Hansen. 1 on, 2 away here in the top of the second inning. Pittsburgh High had 3 up, 3 down in the first inning. First base run of the game. Good pitch by Crowley. Just missed outside. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. That's a strike. That's one. Even Hansen thought he had a time machine. He'd probably go back and take a crack at that one right down the middle. Strike 2. 2-2 the count for Hansen. Crowley the delivery. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 3 strikeouts in the game, including 2 in that inning, and that's how we will head to the bottom of the second. 0-0. Chieftains stranded 3 in the first. Let's see if they can get some runners when we return right after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs. Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time with chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy, now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
Here we go to the bottom of the second inning. Chieftains will have Ethan Welch, the right fielder, to lead things off. Then the pitcher, Alex Crowley. And then the center fielder, Brendan Bailey. And a first pitch strike from Pasteur. Comes back out here in the second. Faced his troubles in that first. Walked 3 in a row at one point, but managed to get out of the inning without giving up in a run. Fresh slate here for him. Back-to-back strikes to Welsh. This one just got a hold of it and squeezed it through. Over to the left field. And 1 on with nobody out here. Lead off single by Ethan Welsh.
The pitcher, number 23, Alex Crowley.
See Welsh there on first with that single. We'll bring up the pitcher, Crowley. Chance to help his own cause here with a runner on. Stewart to deliver. Shows bunt, strike one. 0-1 to count. Both teams have found the gap in the defense here. Ooh, that one headed towards the noggin, breaks in there, just misses. Ball one.
Still showing bunt like they're going to move a runner here. So
Crowley's the pitcher. That time he'll take real low in the strike zone, but they get him a strike.
that'll more than likely take the bunt out of play here, so they'll have to go hit and run or some other sort of option.
Crowley steps out, calls time, reset. Welsh on first with that leadoff single here in the bottom of the second inning. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's a good delivery from Pasteur. His first strikeout of the ball game, and one out.
That pitch had a lot of break to it. Started out over inside corner and broke that thing way off the plate. Got Crowley out.
It's a good pitch at the right time, and Crowley wasn't looking for it. He'll sit down, one away, one on for Brendan Bailey, the center fielder. Strike caught the outside corner, strike one. Signs of spring certainly in the air, Murph. At one point this week, I couldn't see, breathe. None of it was working for a while.
It's going through our house really bad.
Lucky to be here talking on a Saturday. See if we can make it through 7 innings of this stuff. Just able to fling his hands out there and flared that one.
Yeah, perfect hit and run right there. Runner breaks from first. Batter on an outside pitch trying to go the other way to open up that hole that the second baseman, first baseman creates. Just pushed it foul. Just missed a great opportunity.
This one, little pop-up, that's going to have to hustle back. It's in. And it will land. That's a tough break for Pittsburg High. A good break for the Chieftains. Is that Pasteur? I'm not sure if he lost that in the sun. I don't know what happened there.
Well, yeah, had to just lose it in the sun. He was right underneath it. They had him. They had Welsh picked off at first if he catches that on that hit and run. So
yeah, they had that went from being a double player to 2 on with 1 out.
Yep.
Just that fast. And now the Chieftains with an opportunity. 1 out for the number 9 hitter, Glover. And he will try to adjust and bunt that one. Foul down the third baseline.
They should, yeah, BJ, they're going to roll this lineup over. Glover's in the EH spot. He's just playing defense.
You're right. So back to the top for McGraw. McGraw ground out in the first inning to lead things off for the Chieftains. Good pitch again. Pasteur's got that one working when he needs it. That big arcing curve slides in there for a strike. 0-2 the count for McGraw. Runners at first and second with 1 away. Another curveball got him. And his second strikeout of this inning for Pasteur, who, again, after that little shaky spot
The catcher, number 15,
where he walked 3 in the first inning, has settled in a little bit. Give up a single, strikeout, and then the last with an error. And then it comes back with a strikeout to bounce back. Nice job for him. Purple Dragons trying to get out of this one. The Chieftains, with those 2 runners on, would hate to squander more. This one missed, ball 1 for Logan Wake, who walked in his first at-bat, started that run of walks, got on base, got all the way to third and couldn't make it home. Miss outside, ball 1. Ball 2.
And Tonganoxie's both innings here is just runners all over the place. They just can't seem to get one across quite yet, get that timely hit.
They've had 5 on so far in these 2 innings. There's a little chopper over to third. Fears have to get onto it. That's going to be real close. Official could have kept that tag, would have got him too. The official going to call bobbling, and that'll move it over to that third place spot. Wish I'd have got over there in time. Fears knocked that one down. It's kind of a weird, where it took its bounce, kind of weird into his body, but real close. Now, I want to chat about it.
Yep, and Fears even had the time because Tonganoxie's base runner there, well, he overslid third base, so if Fears would have been more alert, he could have reached down and put the tag on.
Yeah, it went over the bag. Now runners, once again, bases loaded with 1 out. Chieftains saw themselves in this exact situation in the first inning. They're right back to it. There's 2 outs?
2 outs.
So 2 outs with bases loaded. I brought you here for a reason, Murph.
I can count to 2.
I hope to someday. Can you keep track of a count? What's the count right now on this guy?
2 balls, no strikes.
Langford walked in his first at-bat. A walk would score a run, so you got to think of that. Here is you're looking at a 2-0 count. Pasteur to deliver. Missed outside, ball 3, now taken all the way. You'll take them any way you can get them in the early part of a game here, especially when you've had 6 runners on the first 2 innings of this one. 3-0 count for Langford. And we'll have our first run of the game as they will walk in.
The designated hitter, number 25, Luke Kessinger.
So that'll bring up the DH. Kessinger walked in his first at-bat.
Looks like we got a courtesy runner as well.
Here's Kessinger right down the middle. Over to second, they'll make the play, and that'll end the inning. 1 run scores on a walk. Chieftains strand 3 once again, but they've got the lead as we head to the third. We're back right after this. You're watching coverage of the Adam LaRoche Varsity High School Baseball Tournament from Fort Scott, the Chieftains, and the Purple Dragons today on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Wizard of Paws, now at their newly renovated location in downtown Tonganoxie, offers personalized pet grooming, doggy daycare, dog obedience, and socialization classes. At Wizard of Paws, your pet will get a one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. And their new facility offers amenities and space that is doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or visit their new location at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawspet.com.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Here we go to the third inning of this one. Purple Dragons to lead things off. It'll be the number 7 hitter.
8
hitter. Grant O'Doherty, the shortstop, to lead off this third. Ball miss outside. 1-2 the count for O'Doherty. That one miss. High ball, 2-2. Chieftains scored in that bottom of the second inning on a loaded bases walk. Scored the first run, only run of this game. This one hit over to right field. They'll make the catch, one away.
Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 2, Ethan Rhodes.
That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Ethan Rhodes, the second baseman for Pittsburg High. Trying to bat through for the first time in this one. First pitch ball. 1-0 the count for Rhodes.
That's 7 out of the first 9 that Crowley's thrown first pitch strikes to.
He's been pretty efficient. He's got 3 strikeouts so far in the first 3 innings. So miss inside. Also appears to have pretty good control. It works top, bottom of the strike zone. And another one miss high. First walk of the game for Crowley.
The center fielder, number 1.
That'll bring up back to the top of the order for the Purple Dragons, Dawson Stegman. The center fielder grounded out to shortstop at his first at-bat. So runner at first is Rhodes.
Tonganoxie's defense about as straight up as you can get.
Show that bunt, it's a good one. Over to first. They'll get the lead runner, but that will advance the runner with 1 away. And 1 on in scoring position for the Purple Dragons now is Stegman. Sack bunt.
Catcher, number 26, Tucker Akins.
That'll bring up the catcher, the number 2 spot. Tucker Akins, he fly out or pop out in his first at-bat in the first inning.
Sometimes you don't see a sacrifice with already 1 out there, BJ, but that does put a runner at second with 2 out.
Over to third, not able to get it past the third baseman. Over to first, and they'll just get him. Really nice play.
Nice play.
On that third base spot by Talon Langford. And that retires the side. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Chieftains a chance to add to the lead when we return right after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Well, we had our first baby.
It is beautiful or handsome.
Oh, it's a boy.
We're interested in life insurance.
And we bought a bigger car.
Yeah.
Bigger car. Here is your plan. Goodbye.
When protecting your future, count on a human. Only a Farm Bureau Financial Services agent will sit down with you for a super check and together create a plan that works for you. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Well, a couple of timely hits, and this thing could easily be a lot bigger than it is right now, Murph. But the Purple Dragons have done just enough to keep the Chieftains at bay, but they've stranded 6 runners so far in this one, scored 1 run, but Tonganoxie offensively seems to have a little bit better beat on things, at least getting runners in scoring position.
Yeah, Tonganoxie's been benefit of quite a few walks there by past year, but you're right, 1 timely hit, and this game could be blown way out already.
Rocco Gehring going to lead things off for the Chieftains. Had out on a fielder's choice in the first inning. The first baseman will step in there to face Pasteur. Continues to stay on the hill for the Purple Dragons. 1-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch, ball 1-0. Pasteur picked up 2 strikeouts in that bottom of the second inning. Did walk in the 1 run we've got here, fouled away, strike 1, 1-1 the count for Gearing. Not only is this an incredible facility, I've done a few games up here again. They treat it right, try to make it a special occasion for the kids and do a full introduction of players. And too many times I've showed up to spring games and it looked like it was we were the only people who knew what was going on. 1-2 the count. Pasteur steps off as Gearing steps out. Lead off here in the third inning. 1-2 for Rocco Gearing. Just missed, high and inside. Ball 2-2 the count.
Looks like Pasteur's really liking that curveball. He just didn't quite get enough break on that one.
Swing and a miss, came back with the fastball and sat him down. Gearing a good at bat, just couldn't quite get around, and 1 away for the Chieftains. That'll bring up the number 6 hitter, the second baseman, Brock Gibbs. He flew out to right field in his first at bat. Brock Gibbs, the second baseman. Strike 1 from Pasteur. That wind enough to help or hurt a curveball like that coming across it, I'm not sure.
Yeah, shouldn't be enough, I would think.
This one hit right down the middle. Over to first. And 2 away.
The right fielder, number 11, Ethan Welsh.
You do get a little bit of a sense as this pitching starts to get longer in, the way everybody's making contact. You could see a little more offense, certainly, depending on what we've got in the bullpen. Gets past as the right fielder, Ethan Welsh, comes to the plate. He led off the second inning with a single. And scored that run, I believe. This one hit to right field and foul.
Man, just foul too, BJ. That lands about 2 foot further in fair territory. He's probably got a stand-up triple.
Yeah, they got buried down in that corner is where it was headed. Instead, it's just a long strike. They will, whoa. He checked the swing, got a break there, I think, did Welsh. This one over to third, or first, and a nice play there from Fears. 3 up, 3 down. Most efficient inning, the least amount of chances the Chieftains have had. We go to the fourth inning, 1-0 in a good one here in the championship game of this LaRoche tournament from Fort Scott. You're watching it on Tonganoxie Sports Live, presented by Kansas Insurance.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the
Webb Fern going to lead things off for the Purple Dragons as Crowley goes back out on the hill for Tonganoxie. Fern struck out in his first at-bat in that first inning. Ball missed outside. 1-1 the count for Fern. Just stayed a little high on the breaking ball by Crowley. 2-1. 3-1. Fern, the right fielder, again struck out to end the inning in the first inning with a 3-up, 3-down inning. This one ripped into right field. Over to get that one. It's going to get to the fence. Fern over to second. And he will step on second with a leadoff double for Pittsburg High.
The first baseman, number 11, Jackson Turnbull.
That'll bring up the number 4 spot. The first baseman, Jackson Turnbull. He struck out to lead off the second. Now a chance with a runner in scoring position, down by 1 run. And nobody out in this fourth inning. First pitch strike. You mentioned that, Murph, fairly consistently throwing a first pitch strike. At what point as a hitter do you recognize that and start swinging at that first pitch?
Any time here, because he has just fielded that first pitch strike.
This one over out of play, down the left field line perhaps. No, made the catch. And the runner stayed, obviously, as thinking it was a foul ball, but a good hustle there by the third baseman, Talon Langford. He's made a couple of plays over there in that third base spot.
Yeah, that one there, he made a play to end that last inning, and I thought, man, that was a great play, but that play right there is spectacular. Back to the infield, over your shoulder, high in the wind.
Going into the bullpen.
Yeah.
And a strikeout to boot to end it for Turnbull. And 1 away, 2 away now, rather.
The pitcher, number 6, Bo Pasteur.
What happened there?
There's a strike. All right, here's how I'm going to take that.
What happened?
I'm going to take it that he caught that inside the bullpen, and evidently that is out of play.
That's out of play. Because I was saying, if there was a fence there, that would have been much more difficult, although it was right on the line.
Yeah.
If there had been a fence there, he may have still been able to make that catch. It doesn't matter. It ends up being a strikeout, so for all the pomp and circumstance we gave that play, it didn't actually matter. And then the very next play, a strikeout, so I guess we're right back to where we are. Nice job, and we'll give him all the love anyways for sticking with that one. Comes up for the pitcher, Bo Pasteur. Still have that runner at second, and this one will flare back to second. Over there, over to first. Snags that one off the ground. Did he get it?
Yep.
Yeah. No, they're going to say he was safe. No, he was out.
Nope, he was out.
The third baseman,
Good pick by
Quentin Fears.
By Gehring there to pick that short hop from the shortstop.
So 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Runner moved over to third on that play, so a chance here for Fears. The third baseman had a single. A single through would certainly score a run here with 2 out. Top of the fourth. This one over to second. And able to leg it out, We'll see.
Nope.
Couldn't do it. Just able to get out of there without giving up that extra run. Coming home was Fern, who reached on a double, but unable to get home. And Purple Dragons leave a runner on. Tongi survives. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning with a chance for them to add to their lead. We'll see if they can do it when we come back after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. And now get occupational therapy in the office or at home on an outpatient basis. Call 913-417-7400 or visit ptsolutionsks.com.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
Crowley going to lead things off for the Chieftains. He'll flare that one foul. Strike one. Struck out in his first at-bat in the second inning. Did Crowley. He's done a nice job on the hill so far. I've given up 2 hits in my pretty rudimentary notes here. Strike one. Strike two, rather. 0-2 the count for Crowley. Pasteur back out there as the pitcher for the Purple Dragons, who's settled in a little bit of his own. That last inning, his best, certainly. Struck out, ground out, ground out. Crowley just able to get enough of that one to stay alive. To the count for Crowley. Curveball hangs in there, but it will drop into shallow left center field or left field, and one on with nobody out here to begin the fourth inning.
That's a nice bit of hitting there, staying back on that curveball. 2 strikes on him. Just flares it out to left field for a clean single.
Well, you saw him poke his bat out there just to try to keep it alive on that foul ball. He kind of did the same, this time making contact, and that'll bring up the number 9 spot, Brendan Briley. He'll lay down a pretty good bunt. Slow roller. Briley over to first. Missed it, hit him right in the back, I think, and went loose. Third base leadoff runner will move over to third for Crowley. So Crowley at third, and they're going to let Briley take the base. And a nice bunt by Brendan Briley. He reached on an error in his first at-bat. This time, I guess you'd probably say, it would probably be scored an error.
Yeah, I'm going to go E5.
But since we're the home team broadcaster, we call that a single. So now runners at second and third with nobody out here in the fourth. Another great opportunity, probably the best opportunity to score so far for the Chieftains. Good pitch by Pasteur. Probably one McGraw would like to have back. He's ground out, strikeout. Ground out in the first, strikeout in the third, or the second rather. Strike two.
Yeah, the Tonganoxie's very capable of scoring a run here without the value of a hit. There's sacrifice fly. There's a lot of way score from third base.
0-2 count for the leadoff hitter, Trevor McGraw. Oof. Just missed outside. Umpire thought about that one for a second. Eakins trying to do his part to frame that one up. This one Low ball 2. 2-2 the count. Runners at second and third for the leadoff hitter, Trevor McGraw. Shortstop, ground out, strikeout.
Pittsburgh defense conceding a run here. Everybody's playing back.
This one will pop up. That should score, as you mentioned.
I don't know
it's going to be shallow. Not going to be quite deep enough. Shortstop able to go back to make that play is O'Doherty. And one away now in the fourth inning with runners at second and third.
Catcher, number 15, Logan Wake.
Yeah, I thought maybe he'd bluff a tag off a third, make him make the throw. You never know. Get in a snowball fight from time to time in high school baseball.
Runners at second and third with one out now here in the fourth inning. For the number 2 spot, the catcher, Logan Wake. Tongi's left some runners on the base paths here today. We've mentioned that a couple of times. Could have been different early in this one. May have got out of hand as it was. First 2 innings left 6 total runners on the base paths, but still with the lead. This one will center field. Back, able to make the play. It will score 1. Move the runner over to third. Pretty lucky play, really, out in center field, or good play, however you want to look at it, for Dawson Stegman. Caught that one, just go over the top of his head. If he misses that, it would certainly score 2, maybe 3. I was going to get all the way to 390, but able to snag that one. 2 away with the score. Moves it 2-0.
Yeah, Stegman just kind of glided back like a routine, ended up having to jump up and make a good catch, I guess I'll call it, but.
So that brings up Langford. He walked twice now so far. Walked in the first, walked in the second. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Two nothing here for the Chieftains with 2 away. Runner on third for Langford. Anything through a score on the ground. Swing and a miss. Maybe tipped that one. The umpire took one to the old leg.
Yeah, I think he foul tipped that straight back into some of the unprotected area of the umpire.
If I was standing back there, I'd look like a robot. Every part of me would be protected. I'm pretty sure my baseball career ended after getting beaten a couple of times. I was like, this hurts a lot worse than football.
There's a few lies baseball coaches like to tell, and one of them is stand there and take it won't hurt.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. So they're working on the umpire, make sure he's good to go for the rest of this ball game. Chieftains with 1 runner on third. Good. Not much of a halftime. We'll just call this our halftime, brought to you by White Birch Properties Realty Executives. At White Birch Properties, you have a team of agents ready to help you buy, sell that next house. Their team is ready to lead you to success in the real estate game. Visit them at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-915-0451. Blue shook it off, and he'll get back behind the plate. What's the count?
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 here for Langford. This one will get to right field. And he'll over to make the play is Fern. And that'll retire the side. 1 run does score. We head to the 5th inning. For the Purple Dragons, it'll be Garrett Hansen, Grant O'Doherty, and Ethan Rhodes to lead things off for Pittsburgh when we return right after this on your home for Tonganoxie High School Athletics, Tonganoxie Sports Live.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. Participating in community recreation is not only fun, but also healthy and educational. The Tonganoxie Rec Commission encourages all ages and abilities to participate in recreational activities. That's why they're continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie. To see the latest sports and program offerings and to get signed up, visit them at tongirec.org or call 913-845-3502.
Leading off for Pittsburg High, it'll be the designated hitter, Garrett Hansen. Strikeout in the second, his lone at bat. He'll step in there again against the pitcher Crowley, who's pitched a pretty good one so far for Tonganoxie. First pitch strike. Sun rises in the east and sets in the west, and Crowley throws first pitch strike. Nobody with purple and white has figured that out quite yet. Dismiss outside, ball one.
Pretty good pace of this ball game too, BJ. We're cruising right along.
Why? Why would you say it? I was thinking it as well, but I know better. Showing your inexperience as a broadcaster that we have special powers.
There's no doubt that broadcaster jinx is a real thing.
We have to use those wisely. Hansen, good eye so far on this one. Lets that one go high.
Full count.
3-2 count for Hansen. Leading things off here now we are in the fifth inning with no outs. This one will pop up right field. Over to the first baseline, rather, coming in to make the play, and he can't do it. Luck of the Irish there for Garrett Hansen.
That sun must be brutal. We're underneath the shade, so every time the player, that's the second time we've seen one lose it in the sun. I turn around to see the sun, BJ, but I'm shaded. So.
That's right. By design. So Hansen will step in there, get new life with a 3-2 count. Foul back
Coming
right at us. Come on, baby. I made one comment. Not okay. There's too much equipment back here for that kind of stuff. Missed. That's a good at-bat for Garrett Hansen to keep that one alive. Really made Crowley work about as much as he's had to work in this one. He'll reach on a walk, so.
The shortstop, number 3, Grant O'Doherty.
Chance for the Purple Dragons. Tonky trying to hold on here in the fifth inning. Up 2-0.
That's only the second walk I have for Crowley. He's really been dealing.
There's a bunt. Over to first. And one away. Ground out by O'Doherty will bring up Ethan Rhodes, second baseman. He was that lone other walk that you just mentioned in the third inning. That does move the runner over. Hansen at second now. First pitch strike for Rhodes. It's in a pretty similar spot oftentimes, too. He likes that outside half of the plate. 0-1. This one hit hard to deep left field. Over to make the play. He does. Does Glover. And that'll hold the runner. Hansen at second, 2 outs.
The center fielder, number 1, Dawson Stegman.
Go to the top of the order now for Stegman. Stegman ground out to shortstop to lead off the game, and then had a sacrifice bunt to move runners over in the third inning. 2 out, 1 on. Ball outside.
Great job there by Logan Wake to keep that ball blocked and in front of him to keep the runner at second base.
Miss low ball. Just missed the bottom half of that strike zone there, and 2-0 the count for Stegman. 2 outs, 1 on. Taken there, took high, ball 3. Lucky on that one probably as well. Now 3-0 the count for Stegman. Crowley starting to show a few.
Maybe getting a little fatigued.
Comes back though with a strike. 3-1. Hanson reached on a leadoff walk. This one flared foul out of play. Strike 2.
So
3-2 count now for Stegman. He'll go foul back out of play once again. 6 feet from hitting somebody's car. Full count still. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Crowley battled his way out of that one. And a strikeout to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Tongi leading by 2, trying to add to their lead when we return right after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called LAD. LAD Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. LAD is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit ladserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called LAD.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Well, we had our first baby.
It is beautiful or handsome.
Oh, it's a boy.
We're interested in life insurance.
And we bought a bigger car.
Yeah.
Bigger car. Here is your plan. Goodbye.
When protecting your future, count on a human. Only a Farm Bureau Financial Services agent will sit down with you for a super check and together create...
Here we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Tonganoxie Chieftains leading the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons here from the Adam LaRoche High School Varsity Tournament in Fort Scott. Beautiful Saturday here in Southeast Kansas. Kessinger, who's leading off, will flip that one back to the pitcher past Stewart. Luke Kessinger walk, ground out, now ground out to the pitcher. Here to lead off the 5th inning. I'm going to bring up Rocco Gehring, the first baseman, a fielder's choice in the 1st inning, a strikeout in the 3rd. Trying to get a runner on for the Chieftains, who lead 2-0 here in this 5th inning.
Man, has had a few chances to blow this thing open early in the first couple innings, and they've done a good job of manufacturing a run here last inning.
Pretty sound baseball around. It's been kind of refreshing. Defensively, there's been some nice plays, guys playing good, strong defense, and then pitching's been pretty consistent for both squads throughout this game. Teams have had their chances. Certainly Tongi probably more than Pittsburg High, but it kind of feels like it could still go any way. You see Pittsburgh in the early going of that last inning get a runner on. You think, here they go, and then once again, Crowley settles down and gets out of that inning. Pastura settled in as well. This one misses outside, ball
3.
3-0. 3-0 count. Rocco Gehring probably sitting on this one. Pasteur, strike one. Three-one count from Gearing. This one high, fly ball to center field. Over to make the play is Stegman, and he will. And one away.
The second baseman, number 10, Brock Gibbs.
Gibbs will come up for Tonganoxie. Fly out to right field, a ground out to shortstop, and his two at-bats in this one. Aiken's going to go chat with Pasteur briefly. One out, nobody on here in the bottom of the fifth inning for the Tonganoxie Chieftains. Two outs?
Two outs.
Nobody on.
Yep.
Pasteur had a 1-2-3 inning in the third. And miss.
1-1.
1-1 the count. Able to stay off that one is Brock Gibbs. Again, reached on, or fly out, ground out. 2-1 count. Swing and a miss. 2-2. The 2-3-4 batters to lead things off for the Purple Dragons to start the top of the sixth. This one lined into left field. And one on with two outs.
Ethan Welsh.
A single for Gibbs will bring up Ethan Welsh, the right fielder. He's got a single and a ground out in his two at-bats. With two outs for Gibbs. Welsh, rather. Right up the middle. Easy play over to second, and that'll end the inning. We head to the sixth inning, 2-0 ball game here from Fort Scott. The Chieftains and the Purple Dragons today on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
From its native roots to the bustling community it is today, Tonganoxie's past is as unique as its future. With small-town charm and big city amenities, Tonganoxie is the ideal place to grow a business and grow a family. Just 20 minutes from both Lawrence and Kansas City, Tonganoxie is perfectly positioned. Take an afternoon and come explore Tonganoxie. To learn more, go to tonganoxie.org.
Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time with chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy, now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
We head to the sixth inning of this one. The Purple Dragons and the Tonganoxie Chieftains hooked up in a pretty good one here today from the Adam LaRoche Varsity High School Baseball Tournament, Dave Reagan Stadium in beautiful Fort Scott, Kansas. BJ Harris along with you, alongside me, Jess Murphy. Leading off for the Purple Dragons, Tucker Akins. It'll be Webb Fern and then Jackson Turnbull, 1-2-3 for them in this sixth inning. Trying to get something going offensively is Pittsburg. Tonki's done good defensively. You think back to a couple of those stabs. Langford over on the third baseline kept one alive and made a nice play. Lead off here for Akins. He'll hustle over to first. The stretch from the first baseman, Rocco Gearing, and one away for the Purple Dragons.
Yeah, Tonganoxie's done a great job on defense. It's just been a well-played game. And hence the scoreboard shows it as they're throwing a shutout so far.
That'll bring up Webb Fern. Fern with a double, the biggest hit of the game so far for Pittsburg High to right field. Wasn't able to cross. He'll rip one down the left field line. It'll stay fair. He'll be looking at possible double again, as he will over to second. And back-to-back doubles for Webb Fern. How about that, young man, for Pittsburg High? And with one out, another opportunity for the Purple Dragons to try to get back into this one.
And you talked about it earlier, first pitch swinging now on Crowley.
Turnbull will come up. Turnbull, strikeout for him in this one. Has yet to find Crowley. This time he will. Into the gap. Fern turns third. Mishandled a little bit in left field. They'll hold Turnbull, but that will score a run for the Purple Dragons. And they're starting to touch it. Another first pitch swing there.
The pitcher, number 6, Bo.
And look at Turnbull over on first with the RBI single. That'll bring up the pitcher, Bo Pasteur. Fly out, ground out for Pasteur. Trying to go over to get Turnbull and into the dirt or rubber, however you want to describe it.
Rug burn.
This one fouled down the third base line. For the pitcher, Bo Pasteur. Pasteur walked 3 in a row. The 2-3-4 hitter to lead this game off. It looked like things were going to kind of be a rough outing, and boy, he has settled in to kind of keep it close. And now trying to help his own cause for the first chance today with a runner on first with one out here in the top of the 6th inning. 1-1 the count. Flow back over to Turnbull, and he'll step up. One. That one, Pasteur, no, probably needed to lay off pretty tight inside, but fouled away 2. Strike 2, 1-2 the count.
Yeah, Curley's been in total charge all game here, and all of a sudden Pittsburgh started headhunting that first pitch. And
swing and a miss. Boy, got him to chase that one outside. Got him inside. He chased one, fouled it out. Went complete opposite side of the plate, gets the strikeout. Does Crowley.
Number 37, Quentin Fears.
That'll bring up Fears. Fears a single in the second, then a ground out in the fourth. Brief break here as they may look to pinch run for Turnbull. They've thrown over there. They've thrown over there now a couple of times, and that was enough. Jaden Brown will come out to pinch run for Jackson Turnbull. Quentin Fears is in the box for Pittsburgh High with a runner on first. With 2 outs. Now here in this top of the 6th inning.
And Fears, both of his at-bats, he's got a single and he's grounded out to the shortstop. He's hit the ball hard both times up. So
yeah, ground out to shortstop. He just barely didn't outrun that one. He'll go right back over there, over to second, and that will retire the side. So 1 run does score for the Purple Dragons. It's a 1-run game as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning from Fort Scott. Championship on the line here in this one. We're back in 1 minute on Tonganoxie Sports Live, presented by Kansas Insurance.
Wizard of Paws, now at their newly renovated location in downtown Tonganoxie, offers personalized pet grooming, doggy daycare, dog obedience, and socialization classes. At Wizard of Paws, your pet will get a one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. And their new facility offers amenities and space that is doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or visit their new location at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawspet.com.
Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
The pitcher, Crowley, will lead things off for the Tonganoxie Chieftains in the bottom of the 6th inning, 2-1. And what has been a very good baseball game here today on a Saturday. Inside ball 1. Pasteur continuing to deliver. He comes out having pitched 83 pitches. That would make number 84. They get 105 in a game, 7-inning game. Or inning game, I guess, for that matter. Back to that same spot this time. Crowley turns on it. 1-1 the count. One for Crowley. Change up. Didn't quite get in there. Ball 2. 2-1. This outside, ball 3. Pittsburgh picked up their first run of the game in that last one, put a little pressure on this offensively, makes it a little different, not a whole lot since it's been such a low-scoring affair. You got to try to help your own cause if you're Crowley. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 3-2 now the count. Full count for Crowley. The pitch. Bounced up. Over to first. Nice play by Fears to get that one over, charging in from that third base spot.
We've seen some nice plays by the third baseman on both teams.
Yeah, they've been on that hot corner and have held up.
Langford for Tonganoxie's made 2 or 3 spectacular plays.
So a ground out by Crowley will bring up Brendan Briley, the center fielder. Reached on an error in the second, and they got a single in the third. This one jammed his hands, fouled back. 1-1 the count. Wind dying down just a little bit. This ball low and away. Ball 2, 2-1. Two 2-1 pitch here for Briley. Well, that curveball's been working for Pasteur. It's been pretty effective. That time it hung up out there, and Briley had to make those same decisions we were making on that foul ball about protect yourself or protect your equipment.
I chose to protect myself.
Yeah, I noticed. No attempt. 3-1, a walk. Briley and a runner on with 1 out.
If there's been one flaw the past year's had, it's been, man, he's given up quite a few walks.
Yeah, but he hasn't since the second inning. He had those 3 in the first, then he had 1 in the second, and that was the first one he's given up since that point. But it does put a runner on with 1 out for the number 1 hitter, the leadoff, Trevor McGraw. They'll throw down to second. And a stolen base for Briley. That's a pretty big adjustment here with just this 1 out. Able to get him in scoring position for the leadoff hitter, McGraw. McGraw today, ground out, strike out, and fly out to shortstop. That one will go behind McGraw ball. Just sort of showing a little frustration out there on the hill, perhaps. Blues not very giving on that count. Strike.
It's either 2-1 or 1-2. He's thrown 3 pitches. 1-2.
There it is.
Yep.
Here's the 1-2 for McGraw. Stewart checking his runner at second. Reset. McGraw's up, Wake and Langford.
Yeah, sometimes pitchers do that on purpose, just hold the ball, never intend to throw it, just kind of hold that runner.
This one flared out, might go down that right side. Find a hole, it does. Drops over Turnbull. That runner will go over to third. He'll slide in there, and they got it. They had to wait for that to drop. It's the positioning of it wasn't very deep. Probably should have held on and not taken that base, but it's tough where that ball fell. You kind of think of that one in that position. Had it been caught, would you have taken off? No. So right. Why would you take off when it hits the ground? So maybe a little bit of an error there by the Chieftains. Squanders that lead-off runner. So 2 outs with 1 on now for Tonganoxie. Will bring up the number 2 hitter, Logan Wake. And a first pitch strike to Wake. Wake a walk, and a fly out to right field. Runner goes. He'll try. Nope, he'll get down there.
Yep.
And run. Yep, go ahead.
Pastier's pretty slow to the plate with runner at first. Both these last couple stolen bases. As a catcher, you don't have a chance when he's kind of got a slow leg kick and they're just stealing that on the pitcher. Got 2 balls and 1 strike here.
2-1 the count for Logan Wake. Down to third they go. And able to get underneath that one. I can either look at it and know what happened, or I can let the people see it. I can't do both at the same time. But he's able to third base now with 2 outs for Logan Wake. This one into the gap. That will score a run, and it goes into right field deep. Not able to get it. Wake going to get to third. He might have a chance to leg one out and come home. He will. Little bit of a stutter. Now we got ourselves a situation. And he got him. Well, it was a 1-run triple. It would have been if he stayed there, tried to bend it into fourth. He had just a little hesitation perhaps when he was rounding third, but he does score a run. And it's a 2-run game as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Maybe the last chance for the Purple Dragons. We'll see when we return right after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Head to the top of the 7th inning. B.J. Harris, Jess Murphy here at LaRoche Baseball Complex, Dave Reagan Stadium, Fort Scott, Kansas. The Admiral LaRoche Varsity High School Baseball Tournament, 6-team pool play tournament. Tonganoxie falling to Fort Scott in the first game 4-6, battling back, beating Blue Valley North 6-4 to advance to the championship game against Pittsburg High, who had wins over Carl Junction and Ottawa to advance to this championship game. And Tongie's been in charge of it, has yet to lead, trail rather. Right now holding on to a tenuous 2-run lead. The leadoff.
We've got a sub.
Yep. Brings up Nate Mitchell. Here to be in the DH spot for Pittsburg High. I believe he comes in for Garrett Hansen. There's a strike. The last chance for Pittsburg High. Got to get a run, get 2 runs to try to tie this one up to keep this game extended. This one misses ball and will walk for Mitchell. Well, that's what you wanted if you're Pittsburg High, to try to get back into this one with your tying run coming to the plate. It'll be Grant O'Doherty. O'Doherty a fly out to right field to ground out. Crowley back on the hill. He's pitched a pretty good one so far. O'Doherty trying to sit in there to take that one. One-0. Strike. 1-1 the count for O'Doherty. Good job, at least on the attempt by Logan Wake, who ended that inning on a what would have been a stand-up triple perhaps. Ended up being an RBI to put that 3rd run on the board, but got caught in between 3rd and home and thrown out. He's behind the plate for the Chieftains. 2-1 the count. This one hit into shallow center field. It will drop. That will move Mitchell over to second, and now the leading run comes to the plate
The second baseman, number 2,
for Ethan Rhodes. So a walk and a single to lead off this 7th inning for the Purple Dragons brings Ethan Rhodes, who's got a walk and a fly out to left field. First pitch, strike 1.
Dragon showed bunt there to try to get out of the double play.
He will bunt it down, charging in as a first baseman over to third. And that will move the runners over. No, they're going to say he was out.
Yep.
Coach comes out to argue that a little bit. Third baseman Langford excited about it. I didn't see it. They're going to confirm. So they get that lead runner. The first baseman was coming hard and able to get over to third. Controversial perhaps, but now 1 away.
Oh, I thought he got him out. That was a great play there by Gehring to field that and know exactly what he wanted to do with it. Mitchell got a little late break off the bunt, and just the Chieftains made another spectacular defensive play.
So that goes back to the top of the order for Dawson Stegman. Strike 1. Stegman so far in this one, a ground out to shortstop, a sac bunt, and a strikeout for Pittsburg High. 0-1 count with 2 runners on and 1 out here in the 7th. Tonganoxie 2 outs away from winning this one. And Crowley trying to do it all, wire to wire. 1-1. Strike two. Just caught the piece of the strike zone, low and away. One, two. Missed outside, 2-2 the count now for Dawson Stegman. Two. Lined into right field. That will score at least one. Perhaps no. They'll hold him. Nice arm there from the right fielder to hold that leadoff batter over on third base. But it's a good at-bat for Stegman. And now the runner's bases juiced here in the 7th inning for Crowley. Certainly the biggest, toughest spot as you see Coach come out to have a chat with his pitcher.
Yeah, now how big's that play that Gehrig made get that lead runner at third base?
Absolutely. That would have scored at least the one. It would be 3-2 right now. Instead, bases are loaded. They'll talk about it out at the mound. We'll see if they make a change. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll see what happens in this one. 3-1, one out. Runners at every bag on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at sandsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
Brings up Tucker Akins.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's going to play, or Tonganoxie's going to play back in double play depth.
This one pop, foul out of play. Akins so far in this one, a pop out, ground out to third base, and a ground out to lead off the 6th inning. Strike two.
Boy, strikeout will be huge right here. Double play to get him out of the game. They still got a run to give. Does Tonganoxie here. They're leading by 2, so.
This one back over to second. There might be your double play ball. Not handled. Never handled. That scores a run. And an error there from the second baseman. That pressure starting to mount just a little bit here. So Akins will reach on a fielder's choice and an error. And things just got interesting. Boy, Crowley, who's pitched a gem so far in this one. They go out, talk to him. He stays in the game.
And right there shows great teammate. He turns around to the second baseman, claps his gloves, says, no problem, we'll pick you up.
Could have ended the game right there, as a matter of fact. Instead, it's a one-run game here in the top of the 7th inning for the number 3 hitter, Webb Fern. Nobody hotter right now than Fern, who's got 2 doubles in his last 2 at-bats. Had a double to right field and I think another double over that's part of the field as well. 1-0 count. And he'll rip one to deep left field. It is caught. That will score the tying run over to third, and he'll stay safe there. And we got a tie ball game here in the top of the 7th inning. How about another 3 doubles for Webb Fern in his last 3 at-bats.
The first baseman, number 11, Jackson Turnbull.
And this one an RBI variety. Those had been early. In fact, he'd been the only batter on. This time able to score a run, 3-3.
2 outs now, though. That sac fly to left field.
Pittsburg High had been scoreless through most of this game. Picked up 1 run in the 6th, 2 runs here in the.
Well, they're going to intentionally walk Turnbull. And in today's baseball game, all you have to do is point. You don't have to throw the.
Hey, from a broadcaster standpoint, I'm all for it.
And it's a pitch count deal.
So an intentional walk for Turnbull will bring up Beau Pasteur. So Pasteur, who has settled in from the pitching stand after a rocky start to this game, has a real opportunity here to help his cause. And 1-1 the count for Pasteur. Fly out, ground out, strikeout for Beau Pasteur today. He has yet to reach base, and if he does, it would be a winning run, or a leading run, I should say. Tongi will have a chance to answer back in the bottom of the 7th inning. But there will be a bottom of the 7th inning, which was kind of unthinkable not that long ago. High ball. 3-1 the count. Probably taken all the way here if you're Pasteur. The 3-1. Over to shortstop. That will score a run. And they can't handle it. It'll score another. Turnbull over to the third. And Pasteur out on second base with a double. And a 2 RBI double to boot. Man, things have really turned around here for Tonganoxie in the last 20 minutes. And now a second visit, and Crowley, who has pitched a fantastic game, has thrown his last pitch here today.
Man, he did throw a gem though, BJ.
And a 2 runs score on that one. They have 7 up there for some reason. That's incorrect, right?
Right, I've got 5.
So a pitching change will take a break. Tongi up against it now. They'll have to do some work in the bottom of the 7th. There's still just 2 outs here in this top of this 7th. And we'll let them get warmed up. We'll be back right after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called LAD. LAD Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. LAD is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit ladserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called LAD. Wizard of Paws, now at their newly renovated location in downtown Tonganoxie, offers personalized pet grooming, doggy daycare, dog obedience, and socialization classes. At Wizard of Paws, your pet will get a one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. And their new facility offers amenities and space that is doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or visit their new location at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawspet.com.
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. And now get occupational therapy in the office or at home on an outpatient basis. Call 913-417-7400 or visit ptsolutionsks.com.
From its native roots to the bustling community it is today, Tonganoxie's past is as unique as its future. With small town charm and big city amenities, Tonganoxie is the ideal place to grow a business and grow a family. Just 20 minutes from both Lawrence and Kansas City, Tonganoxie is perfectly positioned. Taken after
Langford going to come in for Crowley on the hill for the Chieftains. He'll be facing Quentin Fears. Fears single, ground out, and another ground out to the shortstop.
It's going to be the 9th Dragon to bat this inning.
It's been a big one for Pittsburg High.
Nice
after
pitch.
Kind of being pretty dormant through a good chunk of this game. Offensively, finally come alive, getting a weakened Crowley, who had pitched a very good game up until this last inning. This one misses low. Another nice job by Logan Wake to keep that in front of him. Runners at second and third, 2 away here in the top of the 7th inning. New pitcher is Talon Langford. Third baseman moves over. And Fears will take one on the shoulder, and he'll reach on a hit by pitch. Watching Langford warm up, he threw to that exact spot more than a few times. I was kind of worried about that outcome. And the guy that got it all started was Nate Mitchell with a walk. He ended up getting thrown out at third, but kind of started this rally that has gotten the Purple Dragons in front by 2 runs. Now bases loaded once again. This ball 1-0. Fears over on first, Turnbull on third. And a strike, 1-1. Catches the inside part of the plate, strike 2, 1-2 the count for Mitchell. Tongi just trying to get out of this so they can try to do their own work on the bats. Swing just got enough of that one, did Mitchell. That looked like it was going to ring him up. That bat speed finally come around. He kind of sat back there a second and was like, oh, I need to swing.
Like, almost had to take that out of the catcher's glove. He swung so late.
1-2. This ball low, another nice job by Wake. 2-2 the count for Mitchell. Walked in his first at-bat to lead off this inning. Oh. That one goes past. Turnbull on third base helps you a little bit there. He's more of the DN build on that end.
Didn't get
6'5", 230 going. Yeah. Getting it going tough. Once it's heading downhill, you don't want to be in the way of it. So that one, another one. Boy, Mitchell trying to stay alive here at the plate. Fouls that one away. Langford, first few pitches of this game.
Well, Pittsburg with the benefit of 2 outs and bases loaded. Runners are leaving with the pitch.
This one will fly up, coming back our way. Will it stay in play? It will not. It'll come right back here to us. Thanks. Just carry a baseball bat up here. That way if anything comes close, you can send it right back, Murph.
I better have a tennis racket.
2-2 still the count. Or 3-2 rather. The count now for Mitchell. Here's a 3-2. This one hit into the gap. Center fielder comes over to make the play, and that ends the inning. The damage is done, though. Tongi with some work ahead of us. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. 5-3 in the championship game of the Adam LaRoche High School Tournament here in Fort Scott. Pittsburg High and your Tonganoxie Chieftains in a dandy of a baseball game on a gorgeous Saturday. We're back in 1 minute for the bottom of the 7th when we return right after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
First State Bank & Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank & Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank & Trust, go to firststateks.com. The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Pittsburg High going to bring out a new pitcher in Quentin Fears to replace Bo Pasteur. Pasteur again giving up those 3 runs, but from where he started this game to where he ended, night and day. He even got in on himself a little bit to help himself, as that 7th inning turns out to be the big one for Pittsburg High. And now Tongi, who again, Murph, has had their opportunities here today out. We were figuring up, we think, 7 to 8 batters stranded on the base paths. It could be completely different, but they've got it in them offensively to get out there and make some difference.
Oh, yeah. But the first 2 innings, they've left the bases loaded and only scored 1 run in the first 2 innings. And we talked then how that could come back to haunt them by not getting any more runs across.
Talon Langford, who just checked in as the pitcher, defensively will lead off. It's the 3-4-5 right in the heart of the offense for Tongi, so right where you want to be to get back into this one. Down by 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. There's one to get it started right over to the shortstop, 1 away. A sharply hit ball right into the glove.
You know, BJ, you play football, it's 11 on 11. Play basketball, it's 5 on 5. You play baseball, they put 9 people out there to get 1 batter out right there. And you can't hit one any harder than he just hit that, but just right at the shortstop.
I feel my ability to make that play might have been there even, and I'm not very good.
Yeah.
Luke Kessinger, the designated hitter, walk, ground out to second, to ground out to the pitcher. So 1 away. Fears on the mound for Pittsburg High. This ball. 1-1 the count for Kessinger. Here's a 1-1. Miss outside, ball 2. From the Purple Dragon dugout, I bet that did look like a strike.
Foot outside, though.
Here's a 2-1 to Kessinger from Fears. Missed again, outside, ball 3 rather. We saw it the other way around at the top of the 7th inning. All it takes is a couple of runners to get out there, and things can change dramatically. A 4-run inning for Pittsburg High. And Kessinger going to lean in and take that one. The big fella will trot on down, and 1 on the base paths for the Chieftains. And that will bring up Rocco Gearing. Fielder's choice, strikeout,
number 13, Rocco,
and a fly out to center field for Gearing. We've seen him be a factor defensively, and now he needs to get going offensively for the Chieftains.
Yep, he's going to be the tie and run.
They did bring a pinch runner in for Kessinger on the first base path. Garvey comes in to run for Kessinger. Gearing liked the look of that one. Fears just threw it by him.
Yeah, I think Rocco was trying to hit that one all the way back to Tonganoxie right there.
Oh, 1 count for Gearing. Just missed outside again, kind of that same spot. Aikens checking with blue. One on the count. This one hit into the gap between third and short. Now runners at first and second. Rocco Gearing getting his first hit of the game, and it could come in a bigger moment than right there. A winning run at the plate for Tonganoxie with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Going to have another runner there for Rocco.
Gearing goes out, Plake comes in. 2 runs, so pinch runners on the base pass. Another thing to think about with 1 out, you put in pinch runners. Sometimes they're not always the most experience on the base pass. You got to be smart and talking to those guys. Brings up Brock Gibbs, the second baseman. Fly out, ground out to shortstop, and a single. And Fears will get a strike on the first pitch. 0-1 for Gibbs, a single here in the right spot. Turn up the temperature just a little bit here on the Purple Dragons. There's one popped out deep center field. They will tag up. No, they will get out in front of that one. Will Stegman. And 2 outs. 1 out away here.
The right fielder.
That brings up Ethan Welsh. A single, ground out. Runner still at first and second for Welsh. Fears trying to close this one out for Pittsburg High. First pitch ball outside. (1-0) for Welsh. Strike. 1-1.
At the knees. That's for Fears. That's a good pitch.
1-1 to Welch. That one hung up there and just missed. If you're getting the strike at the knees, you probably can't have that one too.
Yep, can't have both.
The 2-1. Missed inside, ball 3. Alex Crowley. Well, how serendipitous would that be if he's able to get up there and help his cause? 3-1 from Fears to Welsh. Hit it high. This could do it. It'll go far to the left field line, over to play it, and that'll do it. Pittsburg High battles back to score 4 runs in the top of the 7th inning to sneak one away from the Chieftains here from the Adam LaRoche High School Varsity Tournament in Fort Scott. A tough one for the Chieftains to take. That was a good high school baseball game all the way around. Both these teams should be very proud, but tough one for the Chieftains. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and wrap things up here from Fort Scott. Chieftains fall 3-5 to the Purple Dragons. We'll talk about it next on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
From its native roots to the bustling community it is today, Tonganoxie's past is as unique as its future. With small-town charm and big city amenities, Tonganoxie is the ideal place to grow a business and grow a family. Just 20 minutes from both Lawrence and Kansas City, Tonganoxie is perfectly positioned. Take an afternoon and come explore Tonganoxie. To learn more, go to tonganoxie.org.
Back out here to the Adam LaRoche Baseball Complex, Dave Reagan Stadium, Fort Scott, Kansas. B.J. Harris, Jess Murphy, as we just watched a pretty good high school baseball game between the Tonganoxie Chieftains and the Pittsburg Purple Dragons. Pittsburgh comes back to score 4 in the 7th to get the lead, and then 2 runners remain stranded in that bottom of that 7th inning. That's probably the story of the game, Murph, is the Chieftains had their chances. Pittsburgh just able to stay close enough to have enough juice in the tank down the wire to come back and get that win, but don't take much away from Tong. He just didn't have enough and couldn't quite keep it going.
Right, and Tonganoxie does the cardinal sin in a close ball game. They walk the leadoff batter. They have a chance there. They commit a crucial error, and next thing you know, lug nuts kind of come off. They give up a 4th spot, but nonetheless, they still have a chance in the bottom half of the seventh inning, and credit maybe to Pittsburg, make a couple plays there and come out with the win.
Really got to talk about both pitchers. First for Pittsburg High, Bo Pasteur walked 3 batters 2, 3, and 4. He walked. It looked like things might come, and he only walked maybe 2 other batters after that point, so certainly settled in. It probably gave Pittsburg High their best chance to stay in it from the pitching mound.
Oh, yeah, because like you said, after that first inning, we thought, holy cow, Pittsburgh, we're going to see how deep Pittsburgh's pitching staff is. And Bo just sets in and finishes out, and Fears comes out and the bottom of the 7th there and then shuts them down.
Yeah, and Crowley will end up taking the loss, but, boy, he pitched everything but right there at the end and really was very efficient early on in this game.
Yeah, and had every chance to get out of it, that crucial error. And you hate that it's a team sport, but that's you can't write up 4-6-3 double play any better. And second baseman just trying to get the second out before he got the first one, and sometimes that just happens. It's baseball.
It was that close to Tongi walking away in the top of the 7th inning. Instead, Pittsburgh High comes back to score a few more, and that's how this one ends. Final score, 5-3. Pittsburgh beats Tonganoxie. We've got more action coming your way next week. We'll have some softball, I believe, on the schedule. Make sure you check everything out at varsitysportslive.com or youtube.com/Tonganoxie Sports Live to see what we've got coming up on the schedule for the rest of this spring season. Appreciate Dylan and Dennis giving me a chance to step in on their rig today and bring you some Chieftain athletics. Plenty more spring sports still to come your way this year, but for today, that's going to do it for us. 5-3 final. Tongi falls to Pittsburgh High. For Jess Murphy, I'm BJ Harris saying so long from Fort Scott. You've been watching it today on your home for Chieftain Athletics, Tonganoxie Sports Live.
You've been watching Tonganoxie High School Athletics on your new home for the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by and be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your home for the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live.